The Park Grill has one of the best salad bars in Gatlinburg. But what about their food? Let's take a closer look at the Park Grill. Welcome to Bear Facts, where we explore the Smoky Mountains one bear fact at a time. Gatlinburg has a lot of good places to eat at, but very few places with healthy choices. We're in the South, where fried foods, fatty brisket, and mouth-watering ribs are the mainstay. The South is the home of the barbecue and deep fried chicken, and where butter is used as a garnish for everything. In fact, they even figured out a way to make green beans one of the most unhealthy foods on the planet by adding ham and bacon as you slowly cook them in butter and salt. But when you're on vacation, being healthy isn't usually high on your priority list, especially if you're vacationing in the South. If you are vacationing in the South, you should just bid goodbye to your current waist size and consider putting a notch in your belt before you head out on your vacation. Because guess what? If you're heading to Gatlinburg, you're going to the South. But it isn't always doom and gloom for your waistline. There are actually a few places you can find that don't only serve catfish deep fried and battered. Though who wants it any other way? I don't know. But you can find it. There are a few places that are somewhat conscious of people's desire to eat healthy. There aren't many, but they do exist, and some even in Gatlinburg. The Park Grill is one of those places that are trying to find a healthy balance between deep fried everything and possible dining options for people who don't want to necessarily lose weight, just maybe maintain it. And if you ask me, they do a pretty decent job of it. We have enjoyed eating at this place a few times now and have been pleasantly surprised at their consistency and consideration to people who want a little lettuce with their salad. Yeah, but not everyone wants lettuce with their salad. In fact, my husband eats only the croutons, bacon, and Italian dressing when he has a salad. Is that even a salad at that point anymore? I don't know. But the thing is that the Park Grill has a pretty decent fresh salad bar. And from the outside, you wouldn't guess that this place is anything other than another tourist trap with fast foods and crackers on the floor. I don't know why I said crackers, but it made sense to me. The colorful sign with a giant colorful leaf and bears hugging the base is pretty touristy, though the colorful logo does get your attention, I'll give them that. If it wasn't for the reviews, I don't think we would have even tried it in the first place, let alone realize the size, scale, and elegance of the place behind the hugging bears and stone facade. Let me start by telling you more about their location and maybe a tiny bit of background information. The Park Grill is off of 441 in Gatlinburg. It's actually the last restaurant you will pass before entering the Smoky Mountain National Park. They are across from the gas station and Crockett's and are attached to the, I'm going to say this wrong, Nanatala Outdoor Center. I actually didn't even know the name until I looked it up, so sorry if I mangled your name. We've actually been in there a few times and think they have a great selection of outdoor stuff, but we just always call them the outdoor place. Anyway, the two businesses share a parking lot and, well, a wall. There are many things that make the Park Grill unique, besides the fact that you can get deep fried chicken skins as an appetizer. Yeah, you heard me right. They actually have an appetizer that is a deep fried chicken skin. Anyway, one of the things that make them unique for Gatlinburg is that they actually have free parking. Yeah, free customer parking. If you've been watching my channel for long, you might have noticed that I have pointed out that the parking situation in Gatlinburg can be challenging and expensive. Very, very few places have their own parking, and free parking spots are rare, very rare. But the Park Grill has parking, and if you're willing to drive the long, arduous 2 miles down 441 to get to their restaurant, past the horrid traffic, wandering tourists, and random Bigfoot sightings, the chance of getting a spot is actually pretty high. I think it's the location. Most people just don't realize the park grill is there and or even know those parking spots belong to the patrons of the restaurant or outfitter store. But now that you know that there is free parking, don't be one of those people who try and snag a free parking spot for the day. That's just not cool, and they can decide to tow your vehicle if you try. No, the park grill is in a tricky spot. They are very close to the park entrance and far from most of the other places and dining options. And because of this, they aren't as busy as most places, and you can usually snag a table or get a spot at the bar without a long wait. Though you can do call-ahead seating, which I would highly suggest during holidays, weekends, and leaf peeping season. Oh, and anytime during the Christmas season. It gets crazy busy in Gatlinburg during that time. The park grill is owned by businessman Geoff Wolpert, and he was actually the manager of the Peddler Steakhouse restaurants before he became the owner. If you aren't familiar with the Peddler Steakhouse, they are an upscale steakhouse a few blocks from the grill. Geoff bought the Peddler and sold off all the other steakhouses attached to the Peddler restaurants, and he renamed the Peddler in Gatlinburg and retained ownership of this one restaurant. 10 years later, he opened the Park Grill in 1995. He has since made it clear he wants to keep it a family business and is active in running and operating out of both places. Though it is his sons who are managing and dealing with the day-to-day operations of both places. The decor of the Park Grill is very rustic and has a strong Smoky Mountain theme. The building itself is designed to resemble a national park lodge, complete with timber beams and a cozy fireplace, enhancing the overall dining experience. All around you are pieces of history, reminders of the past, and nature that gives life to the Smoky Mountains. Even the bathrooms have birds and nature sounds pumped in. Nice touch, by the way. And their menus honor the southern traditions of food that you would see in the South. They have barbecue ribs, steaks, pork chops, pulled pork, but they also have fresh salmon and trout, grilled chicken, and shrimp served fried or grilled. Their salad bar is what keeps me coming back. At one point, they had mozzarella balls, but I haven't seen them in a while. Boy, I really like them. The salad bar is the same on both sides with fresh lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, tomato salad, and many other toppings, and it's usually pretty well maintained and stocked. Only when they get really busy does the salad bar show signs of wear and tear. The bar usually comes with the meal, but you can order it by itself. Sometimes you just want a salad, and other times you're hungry and you get a meal. The burgers don't come with the salad bar, but you can get it with an upcharge. The meals also come with bread, though sometimes you need to ask for the bread. I find that some restaurants are getting more and more stingy with bread, and unless the customer asks about it, you won't get it. Of course, there is a full bar with lots of moonshine options. Gotta keep it local, right? I like the homey feel of the decor, and that there are plenty of places to sit and wait for your table, and that the place is big and airy. I also respect that the owner shows pride in their employees. Granted, the plaques are outside the bathrooms, but hey, they're being acknowledged. We have had a very good experience with service, and the restaurant is clean and well maintained, and we'll continue to go back. So, you have heard all the great things about the Park Grill. There's gotta be a downside, right? Well, there is. This might not be a surprise to anyone, but their biggest issue is that they're pricey. Though they are on par with most restaurants in the Gatlinburg area, you will be shelling out the greenbacks after eating here. And since COVID, their prices have gone up even more. Though I can say that about every place anymore, so I'm not sure why we bother saying it anymore. Kinda is getting redundant, huh? The Park Grill is on the pricey side. Are they worth the cost? Well, that depends on the buyer. I think they are, and that's just because I like lettuce on my salad. But that salad bar is what you are paying a premium for. I'm not saying anything bad about the food, far from it. but their foods are pretty common to find in Gatlinburg. There isn't much on the menu that screams unique or special. Well, besides the deep fried chicken skins, those are pretty unique, but they are selling the basics: barbecue, fish, and burgers. There is nothing wrong with that, but you can get those items cheaper elsewhere. Nah, you're paying for the ambiance and the salad bar. So if you're traveling with someone like my husband who doesn't like lettuce on their salad, it might not be worth it for you. But if you want a nice place to eat for a special occasion, don't want to fight the hordes of other tourists, are looking for something that is a little more quiet, want to actually get free parking, and are looking for a few healthy options on the menu, then the Park Grill will be the perfect place for you. I hope this video helped you plan your visit to the Smoky Mountains. You're getting an honest review from our personal experiences, but facts and things change, so please keep us in the loop if you learn anything new and want to share your experiences in the comments. Thanks again for visiting us at Bear Facts of the Smoky Mountains. Please click that like button and subscribe to our channel.